Hey guys, welcome to another episode of Just Us Here Being Real. I am so excited to be here with you guys once again. Did you miss me? Thank you. I know you did. Stop it. It's too much. I can't take it. So, how was the weekday? How was the weekend? How is work? How is school? And those sort of things. I know. It's not funny, but we're surviving. I hope you're surviving too. I don't think it's actually easy in any country, but we move. Moving to the questions of the day, I have some interesting questions here that I would want to share with you guys. It's a lot, and these questions are very, very sensitive, so I'm going to be as brief as possible. I promise. First question on our list is: what is your expectation for your channel? What do you expect? Okay, so first of all, what I expect from this channel is that I want it to be a place where people literally come to get answers. People run to this channel to get answers to random things, a place where they also get to share their opinion about issues of life, a place where they also get to have fun and get to learn about new things in different sphere of life. As I said in my first video, it's going to be in the form of a Q&A section where the audience asks questions and we give answers. I'm also going to be interviewing some amazing persons that are vast and different, diverse field that also help us out in answering these questions and those kind of things. So that's it. And also by doing that, we also get to have fun. Yeah, I believe that a conversation is not meant to be boring. It's supposed to actually be fun, right? So you should be learning from a conversation, you should be duly impacted, and you should also feel very comfortable. You should smile when you're talking. Smile a bit is needed. The next question number 2 is, can you share your school experience? I'm sorry, smiling emoji. Are you a nerd? Well, how can we actually describe a nerd? Is it because of the glasses? Or, I don't know. If studying your books so much and spending more time alone, talking to a few persons, having a few circle of friends, and just literally living a quiet life makes someone a nerd. Okay, fine, I'm a nerd. And if that's not the case, then I'm not a nerd. I'm just someone that loves hard work and doing my thing at the right time. One thing you should know in this life that we don't really have time, right? So I don't feel that you should waste your time doing some irrelevant things, right? Things are important. Please, you learn, you have fun. That is life. You work, you play. But you should also have priorities. So that's all I have to say about that. Then my school experience. Okay. Well, my school experience was it's kind of mixed experiences, right? But majority of it was kind of boring. I wasn't really the very, social kind of person. I was kind of reserved, right, doing my thing. I just loved staying alone. Not that I was scared of people or something. I just wasn't really good in this interaction, and I didn't like up to now. I don't really like sitting around a group, like a big, a large group of people. No, no, no. I get not scared. I get uncomfortable. Yeah. So my school experience is kind of vast. So I don't know how will I reduce this. Okay. So in Nigeria we have nursery school, primary school, secondary school, and tertiary institution. So my nursery school and pre-nursery school days, yeah, I was a kid, a little kid for that matter. So I can't really remember some things I did. But when I was in primary school, that's elementary school, I was the warrior. I accept. I was a fighter. I was a troublemaker. I was a bully. Bully. I used to God. I was so used to cane like then if they flog you and you do not cry, odogu. It was nice. Like I was feeling myself until I repeated basic 3. Jesus. That was like the worst experience I had. Oh my God. But due to the relationship that my dad had with the principal at that time, he put me in basic four under a probation, saying, Cynthia, 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 until you show me that you're serious, I can send you back to basic three. Then I became very, very serious because all my friends were in basic four. If I go back to basic three, major casting. Steez, composure, 0.0%. I couldn't do that. So I decided to be serious. And the teacher then, she was, hey, God of mercy. She was Lord. She was very, very rude. So I had to be serious, but she really imparted so much into my life. She really played a very pivotal role in my academic success. Thank you so much, ma'am. All right, then we went over to junior secondary. I was very reserved. I didn't have much experience in my junior secondary school. I was a very, very shy kid. I had only three friends. Two left me eventually. I was left with one that I've lost contact with. That's not really my fault. Yep. So that's it. Then over to senior secondary school. First of all, my dad actually played me. Like he played my intelligence, right? So in my secondary school, like that was an all-girls school, right? We had to write this exam in GS3 after the junior YA to go over to SS1. And I actually passed the exam. The problem is that the result came out a bit late. So my dad told me, don't worry, you can just go to my friend's school. His friend was a principal then. Just be learning with them. When your result come out, you can go back to your school. Don't fall for that. I actually went to that school and it was a mixed school. So I was not really comfortable, but I just had to be because I knew that I was not going to be there for too long. But psych, that was not the case. Then one day my dad told me, you've already started this school now. Just continue. Just Nigerian parents. They God. Then I was like, nice one. Nice one. Nice one. Nice one, sir. You've done your worst. It was very difficult for me in SS1 because having to cope in a mixed school, I was very used to like all girls school. And they gave me a nickname on my first day, like because I was not very confident about my scalp, my hair. So I used to cover my hair with a white scarf. So they say calling me a white handkerchief. God. Then we went over to SS2. I started making friends at some point. I started becoming social a bit, but people just knew me as the Scripture Union sister. I just loved going to fellowship and staying on my own. And SS2, they gave me a name too, the bag girl, the bag. Because I never go out in my school bag. I never leave my school bag. Rather, I always go out in my school bag. Like having to, go use the restroom, go answer a teacher's call. I have to carry my bag. Oh, I don't know. I was just so scared that anybody could. It's not that I had anything serious inside the bag. There was nothing there. But I just really loved carrying my bag. Then in SS3, I met some crazy people. Yeah, they actually made my secondary school days. I loved it. I loved SS3. Aside that, I don't really have so much memory about my school days. I didn't really do a lot. Then tertiary institution, I went back to the university with this my bad character of keeping to myself. Then I met my best friend. 7 years and counting. Yes, so I actually met my best friend there. It was amazing because I learned a lot. I met new people. I also had to leave some set of persons. I was literally exposed, like my knowledge on tech, um, the zeal, the understanding, like academics. It was just made easy for me. I never had issues with my academics because I sincerely believe that if you study hard, you would pass. So I always went with this mentality of no matter what happens, I can never score below average, and I really kept to that word. I can never score below average. So if it's over 100, I'm either 50, 51 up. I can never be 49 below. That is impossible. And that really helped me, even in some subjects that I wasn't very good at. Mathematics, yeah. I still scored high and stuff like that. University days too. So my university days were nice. I learned a lot. It opened me to a lot of opportunities. And one thing I would tell people, right, students, college students, please, As you study, also have time to get to know people. It's important that you network, right? So you study, you network, try not to be distracted, but also try to have fun. It's very important. It's good for your mental health. Very important. Because I nearly ran crazy in my second year because it was I was trying to combine fellowship activities and school activities. I was not even having fun. I was not giving myself breaks as if it was a do or die affair, right? So I nearly lost my life. At some point, I was depressed for like one full year because I felt that I wasn't enough. But the moment I said losing up a bit, right, getting to know people very well, most time just take a stroll, just take a walk. Almost time just see a movie, right? You don't have to be like this all the time, bro. Calm down, Zukanike. Honestly, it's very important that you just take your time too, and have fun, study, do not be distracted. Learn how to prioritize. That's one thing that helped me. Learn how to prioritize. Have time for everything. It's not every time that you are playing or you're reading. You have the time for reading, you have the time for having fun, you have the time for resting. Never underestimate sleep. The next question: is it nice or wise to overly express yourself? To overly express yourself. Well, I would say that no, it's not nice to overly express yourself. Why? Because in expressing yourself, there are some things that you need to pay attention to, right? I had this friend once that always told me, I'm a blunt person. I'm a blunt person. I could tell him as he be. I would tell him as it is. It's not every time that you have to tell them as it is, right? Most times you just have to pay attention to your environment, pay attention to that person, right? Study your environment, get the right timing, and above all, be wise, right? When you're having a conversation with someone and someone tends to like talk in a way that you don't like, right? You should know the right time to shun the person, and you should also know the right time to overlook some things. You don't have to comment at every statement that's been true to you. Most times you just nod. Most times you keep quiet. Even if at that point it's hurting you, just keep quiet. Then if you can't take it anymore, make it known to the person. But in doing that, just study. I cannot tell you the right time to talk and not to talk because I don't know the person you're communicating with. Right? So you should just be able to know the right time to talk to a person, the right time not to talk to the person. So I wrote down some points here. Number one, you need to be wise. Like when you're having a conversation with someone, you need to be wise. Wisdom is profitable to direct, right? So I have friends, right? If there's anything that I don't really like in a conversation is when someone overly abuses someone, like when you abuse someone so much excessively. Like you have these friends that they cannot stop talking without putting you're stupid, you bitch, you this, you that, bro. Is that necessary? Is it necessary? So I know some persons are just designed like that, and when they're overly free with someone, they just tend to talk anyhow and stuff like that. So if you don't like it, right, you can just say, okay, bro, or stuff like that. You must not even use your words, your action, your gestures. You can be able to like at least your body language. Do you understand? So I was talking with a friend a certain time, and that friend told me, "Shut up, you bitch, bro." I told him, I didn't say anything. I just said, and he said, "Oh, I'm sorry," because he knows that I don't really abuse people. Use vulgar statements when I'm talking to people, no matter how close I am to you. Even if I'm tempted to say something funny. In Nigeria, if I'm talking to someone and the person will be like, maybe the person says something funny, say they craze, right? But you also have to be careful when doing those stuff. I don't even like it. I don't like it. It's against my principle, insulting someone and stuff. You always have to respect everyone, no matter how young or old they are, right? So you should be able to be wise to know when to talk and when not to talk, right? And the problem with us is that most of us are not mature to overlook things. Most persons cannot overlook things, right? They just want to comment at every statement that's true to them. That's bad. The next one, you should look at your timing. Timing, right? Is this the right time? Most times just a little statement you make will ruin the whole conversation that has been going on for hours because you just couldn't hold that in. And if you look at it very, it's something that you could just overlook and the conversation goes on, right? So look at the timing. Be careful what you say. That interesting stuff that you want to say. Think about it in your head. If I say it now, will it ruin this conversation? We should just overlook it because it's not necessary. The next one is that you should just learn how to control yourself. control yourself. Yes, most persons are fast talkers. Most persons, they're always in the mood. They're always in the mood when it comes to talking. They are there, like their minds are there. You also need to be careful, right? Be careful. You can't just do things anyhow. You need to know when to talk and how to talk. Over to the last question of the day. The question is, being popular, yes or no? Being popular, yes or no? Yes and no. I don't know. The truth is that nothing is full time perfect. There are always problems. There are always things attached to things. Like literally, nothing can in every good. If you look at it very well, there's an atom of bad. There's a flaw, right? There's always a flaw. There's always a loophole. There's always a lacuna that needs to be filled up. So if I happen to be popular someday, it will be nice, but I have to brace myself for what is coming because there's what we call limitation to freedom. No matter how you say, when I'm popular, I'm going to live a quiet life. I'll be working. Calm down, calm your nerves. It's kind of like a bit difficult because your freedom is going to be limited. To most persons can be limited in a very vast way. Most persons can just be limited in a very narrow format, right? So it determines how exposed you are and how you decide to frame your life. We have some celebrities that can walk on the street freely, and we have the ones that cannot walk because something can happen, right? So I watched a video yesterday on TikTok about a famous ice skater. They call him Prince Ice or Ice Prince, right? So he got married recently and he got divorced too. Like the marriage didn't last for at least 6 months. He got divorced, and when they asked him what's the reason, he said because his wife and her family members were abused online. There were stalkers everywhere. And like, bro, like seriously, I can never understand the fandom. Yes, I can never understand fans. Honestly, I keep telling people that the life of a celebrity is very, 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 very difficult. Because the moment you get popular, right? Most persons say you have a lot of people that love you. To me, I think you just doubled your haters. Yes. And to my own belief, I would say that 50%, I'm sorry, 60% of every fan that someone have actually hates the person. Hating you is not throwing vulgar words on you or insulting you or harassing you. These are persons that are seriously awaiting, like they are waiting for your downfall. They are waiting to spot that error. And the moment they see it, just like this, you're done. So that's why you need to be careful. And that's why life of a celebrity is very, very, very difficult. You have to be wise. You have to be smart, right? And I think it might be a bit difficult for me because I'm someone that really cherish my peace of mind. I love freedom. I love wanting to do something and I'm actually doing it. And I don't think I can ever trade my freedom, my peace of mind for anything. So anything that will stress me, I'm sorry, I have to keep it as aside, right? So that's why I say you need to be smart. You need to know what you're going for, and you need to literally know how to frame your life, right? Because the more you become popular, the demands become high, right? The pressure becomes so much that most time you can just become someone else, right? You can just lose yourself because you're trying to please others. You can literally lose yourself. Most times people go crazy. Most people say, why do these popular people die? Why do celebrities die? I mean, don't they have everything? Because of the pressure, people. Pressure from work, pressures from fans, pressures from family, pressures. The fact that you cannot do what you want to do, that alone is a pressure to me. So it's a lot. They're actually going through a lot. They're actually going through a lot, right? The life of a celebrity is the life of more haters and less people that love. Because I don't understand why you will claim that you love somebody so much, and let's say it's a musician, the person is performing on stage, and you're literally trying to pull the person down because you want to touch the person. What if the person had a fatal accident? What if the person fell off the stage and died? Most persons will be coming out of their car and you want to go there, you want to touch the person. And bro, chill. Chill. You see the way most of them want to take a picture with you, you drag their arms, their phones, you drag their hair. No, that is wrong. You don't do that. That's bad. That is horrible. You shouldn't do that to your fellow human beings. These celebrities, these popular people, they are also humans, right? So you love them. Therefore, those stalkers, people that just like or love to stalk their whatever, they call them bias or whatever, right? You should actually be very, very careful because these people are actually going through a lot. And that's one thing that scares me, right? They call it love. I call it obsession. When you're obsessed with someone, you can go the extra miles. You can even end up hurting the person. So being popular is not a bad thing, but you just have to be ready. You have to be ready. You have to be strong, right? To bear it. Because your your every action, your every action will be noticed. You would have people online that are ready to read into your flaws. They will read your flaws. Most person take up your flaws as a course in the university. How did Austin make that terrible mistake? People start making research as if they don't really have what else to do with their time. And it's funny. I've seen two best friends that were dragged online that they are dating, and it's just quite funny because the truth is that they are not. That's the funny thing. You just have to be ready for whatever comes. In summary, I will leave you with this. I wrote something and I want to share with you. And it goes as thus. Most persons are so addicted to perfection that they only pay attention to their errors and not their strengths. They fail to understand that if you improve your strengths, your flaws will not be visible. So today, tell yourself, I will improve my strength. I'm also going to improve to make sure that my flaws are perfect, like my flaws are no longer flaws, but they become strengths. But at the same time, also improve your strength. It's like you being a student, right? You have to offer 13 courses. And let's say in all courses you're good, but in math, you're horrible, right? So instead of channeling so much energy and trying to make sure that you're very good in the math, you're recognized in the math, and keeping others aside, you can improve in both equally, right? So even if the pace of this is faster than this, which is the math, this can cover, it can literally cover the math. Do you understand? So it's very important that you don't just pay attention to your errors, also pay attention to your strengths. Okay, your strengths, don't be a perfectionist. Why? Because nobody is perfect. So people that say they are perfectionists, I don't know. I don't really know what to say about that. But the truth is that no one is perfect, right? No one is perfect. So don't let what people have to say about you literally kill your vibes. So that's it. Thank you so much for staying with me today. I had fun. Today was one of a kind. I had fun. And please do not forget to subscribe to this channel for more videos like this. That's if you enjoyed it. And do not forget to drop your comments. I want to hear, this celebrity life, let us talk about it. Please drop your comments and do not forget also to like this video. I will see you in the next video. Bye.